Hey guys, Doc. Okay, Lymow, an additional review. And I got chickens running over here from my neighbor's house. It's 20 to 30 mile an hour winds today. It's misty, it's rainy out here. I've got Seed Germination. If you didn't watch the last video, my Bermuda is actually germinating out here, but I want to talk about the third Lymow install. I will say one more time, I say this at the beginning of each one of these videos, I use an affiliate link in the description below. If you use that, it helps us pay for this stuff, so I can, because I don't do sponsored videos. If I'm going to give you honest reviews, I don't do sponsored videos. If someone's paying me to review their product, I can't be totally honest with you. I'm just telling you, that's the way I think it works. Okay, on that palm tree, I have a blink camera and I have a Reolink camera. Now, Reolink, I can zoom around and I can look all over here. And I recorded a little video yesterday of this thing running. You can see how bad the lawn looks right now, but today is day 8 after putting that seed down, and guess what? I've got germination, thank God. So a lot of my Bermuda is out there germinating, and probably the centipede too. Actually, this cloudy weather, drizzly weather is actually great for the seed germination. But let me show you the other camera I put on. So I want to be able to run this when I'm not here. I think I'm going to put my lawn crew, instead of every week, every other week, and let the mower come in. So that'll cut down my costs out here too. The other camera. So I put up a blink camera on this little tree here that monitors this station. Kind of essential to be able to see this. Did the mower have something wrong? I'm getting it didn't dock right. So I got that camera up, and that'll really help too. Let me show you the RTK. I originally had the RTK on the back side of the house, and the problem is I can't reach up high enough to get it above the roof, so it's like even with the roof, and so it was kind of blocking its signal a little bit. So I have a top turret up here, which you can see up on the house, and I had the RTK over here on that side, but you can see where it's dead even with that roof up there. And so when it was back over here, it was kind of blocking the signal down here. But now that I have it up here, it works great. Of course, I have a mesh network out here for my Wi-Fi. Down here, I do not have a pod. So I added this pod here. That's a Euro mesh system. I really like that mesh system. It's not cheap. It's probably about 300 bucks for 3 of the pods, but it works great. I use it at the farm as well too. All right, so I've got the mower temporarily set up here. I built up a little gravel and sand pad. I'm gonna actually move it in more, but that's where it is right now. And one of the things I need to do is, we don't have to worry about flooding, but once in a while we'll get a real heavy rain. And I also want to build a permanent pad, because where I have a lot of gravel. So not permanent. I want to be able to break this up with a sledgehammer if I need to and get rid of it. But all I'm doing is just taking some 2x4s. I have put sand and gravel where I want it, and now I'm just going to build it up a little bit more with about an inch and a half of concrete. And that's about it. And then I'm going to make that channel. This channel sort of drains from the pool over here. So I'm going to line that with some concrete too, so it doesn't flood into here, and the robot can easily come in here. Well, thank God this is a cheap drill. Look at this thing. Can you see the smoke coming out of it? I have burned the living hell out of that thing. Thank God it was only like 50 bucks. I've had it for 5 years. Mixing cement with it. All right, so I made this thing quite a bit wider than the actual pad, because I have one of the garages that I've found that works with these things really well. I do have one of the garages coming. So I'll put the docking station here, put the garage over it, and I'll fill this little dip up with gravel, but some of my pool drains out here when it gets back flushed, so I do need to leave this open a little bit. And that's it. So yeah, I just let it sit and dry, I guess. I really don't have issues with flooding down here, but during a real heavy rain event, I will get some water pooling down in here. So I wanted to build up a raised station. I got 4 bags of concrete from Home Depot. They delivered it. I mixed it up. I built this up with gravel and sand. Just put some 2x4s, poured it in here, just basically leveled it with a piece of cardboard, nothing fancy. I put these little drain holes on the side, little drain channels on the side, and then built sort of a ramp here for it to come up. I built it much wider than the docking station, which I'll put back on here, because I am going to put one of these garages that I found that works. It's the only garage I found that works for these things. I'll put a link below on it. But yeah, so I've been running it every single day out here, and man, it really performs great. Now, you can move your docking station, and you can just go into your app and tell your mower that you've moved your docking station slightly. You can't move it from like here to the backyard, but if you move it a little bit, you can change it. If you move your RTK, if you move that satellite positioning and you've already drawn a map, you're going to have to redraw your map, which I had to do. So I put it out back, I drew my map, my zone out here. But if you move that RTK station like 3 feet, well, that whole map, that whole zone moves 3 feet. So your RTK needs to be set up in place, then draw a zone, test it out, make sure it's good. Because if you move that RTK, you got to redraw that zone. Just, that's a little heads up for you. Wi-Fi is strong, all the signals are strong, no issues. When you go to update it, make sure you're standing, I've said this before, make sure you're standing right near that thing with your phone on, Bluetooth connection and everything. The update failed, I think twice, and then it finally took. That's the only issue I have, is sometimes the updates don't take right away. But everything else is working great on it. I did, like on the other ones, I did unscrew. Instead of cutting that bar out on the flap, I removed that whole flap section, all the screws. Man, I need to do that on my other one too. Undo all those screws and pull that whole flap section out. So what else is there? That's about it. So I'm going to move that docking station over. Even though it's raining out here, I'm going to move the mower back over too. All right. So I had the mower shut off all night, and I had this unplugged, and when I tried to dock the first time, it like crashed this whole thing. So I've been out, I've been driving it back and forth to let it regain RTK signal. And then what you do is, if you move your charging station, you go to the little plus sign here, and then it says adjust charging station. Now it warns you that it's for minor moves. So the other issue I've got is I've got this upper ramp which throws the robot mower up, and believe it or not, it still does it. Now I probably need to secure this down to the cement a little bit. I need to get some some lag bolts and maybe put it in here. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, let's go ahead now, let's try it again. I basically drove it around the yard, made sure I got good RTK, and then drove it back here, showed it where it was. But watch how this is kind of crazy. Watch how it comes in. And I need to fix this. I need to put some more gravel down here.
Docking to recharge.
Docking to recharge. Here we go.
System error. Please check the app for details, then try clearing the error to resume mode. Charging started.
Okay. So it's cloudy, it's rainy, 30-mile-an-hour wind. My RTK signal is a little bit weak here, but the charging has started. So this is what happens when I shut everything off. I shut the mower off, I shut the charging station off, and sometimes it takes a little while for it to reboot everything, I guess, but it is charging. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a fake mow. You have to turn on in your settings whether you want it to do rain mowing or not. So if it senses rain, it'll actually return to the docking station and not mow in the rain. I just ordered PVC for this thing for my setup. And if I didn't explain it, let me explain it. This white pipe is my pool flush out, and it comes here and it flushes and runs here. Problem is I don't want it doing that anymore, so I'm going to extend this PVC and I'm going to have it go into my drain system. I cannot have it discharge legally to the street or to the main drain system out here directly, so it can go into my French drain system, which is comes under here and collects all under here. So I'm gonna do a fake mow, and it actually has no problem getting up this ramp and into this, even though it goes way up. It has to cross this little drain channel here. I did cut off this section of the yard. I don't want it mowing here because all the chickens kicking this crap out all the time. And what I did is I bumped the mowing height up to like 2.5 inches, keep it high. And the other thing I did was I bumped up the mowing speed. And what else did I change on it? Oh, the blade speed. I turned the blade speed way down just for the hell of it. I've never run it on low. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and open this up and see what we got. It says we got Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, go to device. Let's click mow.
Starting mowing now.
Let's see if we get any more issues. So I moved the charging station. Everything was unplugged last night, and I started to have some location service issues. Now it's sat here for a good half an hour. Hopefully it's all locked in, and it should go out here and start mowing. We'll see what happens. Bumping that 2x4, so I may have to remove my 2x4s off of this. I may have to unscrew these side 2x4s or cut them down a little bit. So I did change. It's not supposed to cut this area in here. It's supposed to start out over here. We'll see what it does. Yeah, it looks like it's taking my instructions. Yeah, see the blade speed is a lot lower. The moving speed is tighter, and I actually want those tracks to tear up this dirt because there's seed sitting on top. That's one of the benefits I have found on this. Alright, I'm going to cancel it and send it back to the station. Pause. I'm going to tell it to dock. Forget the progress. Yes, forget the progress. So now I just push dock, and I want to make sure. Once again, let's test this docking situation. I'm gonna have to do something with this. Those side rails need to be cut down, and I'm gonna have to secure that docking station. I'm gonna have to get I just put in a Lowe's order too. Should have got some masonry bits. Here it comes. So I want you to watch. Boom, boom, over that big ditch. This gets a little crazy here, but it's seeing that QR code, and surprisingly it can lock onto it even though it does a wheelie. Watch.
Charging started.
Okay. Not perfect, but it's pretty good. So I'm not fishing today because the winds here at the house are 20 miles an hour, and that means out at the beach they're probably about 30 miles an hour. I ain't doing that. So let me just hop around real quick because I know some of you guys have had some questions. First, yes, we had I had my local painting guy stain the fence. Someone's going to ask about the fence color, I know, and the fence color is Sherwin-Williams English Walnut. It's a dark semi-transparent, but if you put 2 coats on, it'll still show wood grain, but man, it really changed the look of this fence. So yeah, it just looks fantastic over here. I pressure washed the pool deck, even though there's leaves all over it from the wind. That looks so much better. I put the robot lawn mower back in there. I put up I have had blink cameras here for years, and at the beach you get a lot of buildup, just crap on the lenses. So I replaced most of my blink cameras. They were, I want to say they were 5 years old, so I put all new blink cameras all around. And then I have a Reolink cellular up here in case there's a hurricane. I still have cell signal. I put a Wi-Fi Reolink over here, and that lets me monitor everything. Again, I put a blink camera watching that robot mower. We had an old fence post. Oh, you can't see it, I threw it away. There was a 25-year-old light post, excuse me, not fence post. And thank God, when I dug down at the base, it had a 3-bolt base, and all I had to do, it was so close, I just had to go in and sort of drill out the holes a little bit. And that fence color looks great, doesn't it? We actually use this over at the rental property too for Ryan's house. Hello, lizard. But this, right here, I installed this. Look at the frog on it. Look at that frog. What are you doing on my post? Come on, man. It's got a light sensor. I'm trying to cover it up to get it to kick on. There we go. I had to cover up the daylight sensor on it. But man, doesn't that look great? And the old one was so bad. Only one of the light bulbs was working. But yeah, I ordered this off Amazon. It's metal, it's aluminum. But came with the light bulbs too, for like 139 bucks. As far as Wi-Fi goes, I use T-Mobile. I have two. I have T-Mobile up in the turret, which really is fast. And then we have the local Charter Spectrum whatever here too. So it's kind of nice. So if, like during a hurricane, if Spectrum goes down, usually that T-Mobile will work. Hi, kitty kitty. That's our stray cat. Hey, baby. Hi. Have you adopted us? Huh? Have you adopted us? That's a feral cat that has basically adopted us. We feed him every day. I actually gave him some flea medication. So I think I'm going to give him some more flea medication. We call him Sketchy Cat because he's sketchy, but he actually has warmed up to us. You come up and meet me every day, don't you? And get your food. Got to watch out because the chickens run over here and try and eat his food. So we got to kind of hide it from them. Hey, buddy. I know. I'll give you some more. Hold on. I'll give you some more. Hold on. God, now he's demanding. One thing I did on the irrigation system out here, I have a lot of those little pop-up heads just on this little corner of the lawn. And the problem is, damn, that wind. I have a shallow well at the beach which pulls in a lot of sand, and it has screens, and those things just get plugged up. So I actually got these, and the problem is those are 1/2 inch threads, not 3/4 inch. So you got to understand, those little pop-up heads are 1/2 inch threads. Rainbird and Hunter both make rotors that are 1/2 inch. So you can replace those with rotors, and that's what I'm doing. So those little pop-up heads that constantly get blocked up every year, I'm replacing them with rotor heads and just putting them on a real kind of fine sort of misting pattern out here along that area. So anyways, that's about it. Got some more videos coming for you. Ryan's coming down. He'll be down here Thursday. We'll do some fishing, put that on, and I'll show you the progress on the lawn too. Doc.